on, people are finally talking about the DCU and Peacemaker Series 2. What's that, Kirsty? Oh yeah, for all the wrong reasons. Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. I admit your host with the most, just ask your girlfriends, wives, and especially your boyfriends and your husbands. Yes, Kirsty has a boyfriend. We'll talk about her in a minute. Yes, so you can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad, and on Instagram and on Threads at Movies TV Mad. X on Snapchat, BMouth60 if they haven't banned me yet. And if they haven't banned me also, TikTok, Mad Mickey's World. Welcome back to Movies TV Mad, and welcome to Friday's edition. It's Friday, thank Crunchy, it's Friday. Not that it matters, it's not like I've got a job or anything. But anyway, so it's Friday's edition of the DCU Daily, and you're very, very welcome. So everyone's talking about Peacemaker 2. Oh, you want to know who Kirsty was? Well, I met Kirsty in my nightclub last night, and she spent the night. Come over here, Kirsty, come over here, come on, come on. Come on, don't be shy. So what if you're just in your underwear? Sorry, lads, you would have got a real treat, but she's a bit too shy. Anyway, go away. Make me some tea, make me some breakfast. Anyway, yes. So everyone's talking about James Gunn's DCU and Peacemaker Series 2 after episode 6. Those of you who are regular subscribers and followers to my Twitter and my other platforms will know. In Cyprus, we cannot watch or subscribe to HBO Max. So I don't have access to Peacemaker Series 2. But all the information I get is from social media, right? So last night, they put the episode on. I woke up this morning to find a picture of the American flag, and in the corner of it was the Nazi symbol. Am I allowed to say the word Nazi on YouTube? I have no fucking idea, but we need to discuss this. We should never, ever see, especially in 2025, the Nazi symbol on the American flag. Do you understand the meaning of the American flag? It means freedom. It means the American dream. Do you understand what the American dream means? It's quite ironic to me when I see racist, bigoted people from the extreme right waving the American flag around, because it stands for the opposite of what they believe and think. The American dream is about people from foreign lands coming to America, working, paying their taxes, obeying the laws of America, and being one with the community. A beautiful fucking symbol. So I don't want to see the Nazi symbol on the American flag, because the American flag has meaning for me and so many people. I spent a few years, 3 or 4 years as a teenager in LA, in America. As I've explained before, my father used to work for a movie entertainment studio. So we had to go to high school over there. He dragged us over there with him. My 2 sisters and my other 2 brothers, and my mum, of course. So I have a great affinity for America, and I understand the history of America and what that beautiful flag means. It does not mean sexism. It does not mean homophobia. It doesn't mean transphobia. It doesn't mean a hatred. It means love. It means come into our house. You're welcome here. As long as you obey our laws and you want to earn a living and you want to pay your taxes, right? Come into our home. As long as you take your shoes off before you walk in and don't walk mud into our homes. That's what that beautiful flag means. I think it's utterly irresponsible for James Gunn to show an American flag with the Nazi symbol on it. I think it's disgusting, and I think it's irresponsible. But this stems from the comics and Earth X mix. I know. But it's 2025. America is divided. Half the country is extreme left and the other half is extreme fucking right. I despise the messages and the belief system of the extreme left and the extreme right. I do. I can't stand them. The extreme left hate one group of people, and the extreme right hate everybody else. And both of them push stereotypical propaganda against people, as we saw when that poor Ukrainian girl was murdered. She was murdered by a black guy. So of course they had to put that propaganda out that black people are the problem, right? You getting it yet? Or when poor Charlie Kirk was assassinated, a man I despised and didn't agree with, but actually cried when I heard that he died because he was a vibrant young man. And you know, the only way to defeat darkness is for the light to embrace the darkness. You can't beat darkness by trying to. Darkness cannot beat darkness. Do you get me? Right? And I have my theories about the Ukrainian girl's death and Charlie Kirk's assassination being connected to divide and conquer. I can't prove that, but that's my belief. They want us divided. And again, James Gunn doing this is, I believe, to divide us. Because we've seen how toxic ex-Twitter is at the moment. And that is disgusting because you're gaslighting the right. You know, I'm a big fan of moderate, politics, moderate political discourse. I agree with a lot the moderate left and the moderate right say because it's full of wonderful people who are happy to agree to disagree. The alt-left and the alt-right are extremist nut jobs. Do you get me? So you know where I stand politically. I'm a very balanced fellow, but absolutely irresponsible on TV in 2025 to show the American flag with the Nazi symbol. It's disgusting. It causes division. I believe I came up with some fan fiction for the follow-up of Peacemaker 1, a show I really enjoyed. And the title of it is Smith and Adebayo. Now, Peacemaker Christopher Smith was conflicted on the way his father raised him. His father was a white supremacist, and Chris didn't really know which way to turn with his belief system. He kind of agreed with what his father believed, but he was conflicted. And in season 1 of Peacemaker, he meets this black woman, Adebayo. They become friends. She can kind of see that he's got some of these kind of white supremacist views, but she sees through that. And she can see this is a desperate man, lonely man who just wants to make friends. He's better than his father. But then she betrays him. But then they unite together. I believe James Gunn doing a show called Smith and Adebayo about this former kind of white supremacist with a white supremacist father and this black woman together as friends in this partnership would be a beautiful thing. See, instead of bringing us together, which would be my idea for Smith and Adebayo, New Hollywood and people like James Gunn are just looking for division. So in 2025, showing the American flag, a symbol of freedom and peace and welcoming to outsiders and diverse groups of people, a beautiful symbol with a hateful fucking symbol on it, disgusts me to my very, very core. And let me be clear, Mr. James Gunn, I am disgusted that you've done this, even though I don't know the comics that much. I'm not a comic book guy. I'm a TV and movie guy. So I don't know if that symbol on the American flag stems from the comics. I'm sure it does. We know that Earth X was a thing in the comics where an authoritarian regime runs that part of the multiverse. I get it. But we live in fragile times. And what we've got to do via our storytelling, our movies and television, James, is to bring people together, not drive them apart. And by you showing the American flag with a hateful symbol on it, you are driving people apart. And I'm sick of going on social media and seeing people from both sides trying to drive us apart instead of bringing us together. Because I'm all about the love and the heart. I am sick of it. I'm sick of entertainment not giving us an escape and embedding us in this real, depressing, horrible fucking world. 3 of my favourite movies, and I don't know if I've discussed this yesterday or in the past, are Back to the Future, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, I may have mentioned this before, and Forrest Gump. Conveniently, all done by the same director. Was it Robert Zemeckis? I nearly called him Richard Zemeckis. Sorry, Rob. A genius of a director. Now, if you look at Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Bob Hoskins' private detective, is, is kind of bigoted towards toons, because a toon murdered his brother. So he hates all cartoons. So when he's forced together with Roger Rabbit, he abuses Roger, he calls him names, he can't stand it because he hates all cartoons. As he gets to know Roger and what a wonderful guy this cartoon is, they become friends, and he realizes that he shouldn't be stereotyping all cartoons. And he saves the Toonland, right? He saves them, right, from being destroyed. So a guy who hates all cartoons ends up falling in love with these cartoons. Do you get me? Once he gives the community a chance and gets to know them individually instead of judging them as a group because of the bad act of one deranged, disturbed person. It's great messaging. Instead of doing a movie that divides people, Robert Zemeckis did a movie about bringing people together. This is how we deal with the subject of bigotry and racism and transphobia and homophobia. We create positive messaging. In Quantum Leap, Sam Beckett leaps into the body of an older black guy who's a slave. He's not a slave, but he works for this woman at a time when black people are treated horribly. I don't think it's not the slavery days, but they were treated as second-class citizens. And along with us, Sam learns what these people had to go through. It's educational, it's balanced, and it didn't upset anyone. This is what entertainment used to be, everyone. Bringing people together. But people like James Gunn and New Hollywood, because they're alt-left, because they have no balance and love, and they just hate the opposing faction, they just want that word Nazi is rent-free in their head, right? And I've just explained to you, I'm neither left or right? I'm about moderate political discourse. I want moderate left and right to create one party. You imagine one political party that has moderate left views and moderate right views, balanced, running America or running the UK. How beautiful and balanced that would be. That's where my politics are. I hate the fact that these extremists are dividing us. And there's no bigger extremists than in New Hollywood. And James Gunn isn't doing this Earth X storyline or this American flag with this disgusting symbol on it because it's from the comics. He's gone, oh yeah, isn't this a great opportunity? But how do you make things better by doing this? Because we know what you're trying to say, James, right? It's not like you have to be intelligent to realise why you've decided to pull something from the comics with a beautiful flag that means freedom and welcoming to outsiders, and then putting a symbol of hate on it. We understand what you're trying to do, but this divides people instead of bringing them together. And I'm sick of this discourse. I'm sick of this extremism, and I think that only love can save the day. Only positive examples, like Lethal Weapon. You've got this angry white guy who was in Vietnam, whose wife was killed. He's suicidal, and it's the black guy who's living in a middle-class neighborhood who meets this guy who's suicidal and gives him a reason to live. And the black guy's family become this white guy's family, and he's not so angry anymore. Not only do you swap the stereotype about, you do something that brings audiences together. Lethal Weapon didn't just bring Americans together, it brought the world together because it says, you're my friend. No matter what colour you are, no matter how angry you are, there's a reason for the anger. My friendship and my love can set you free, can make you better. Roger Murtaugh's love and his family's love to Mel Gibson's Martin Riggs, makes him better, takes the anger away and gives him something to love. This is how we stop hatred and extremism. But not modern day Hollywood. They don't believe in that beautiful aesthetic. They believe in dividing each other dividing people instead of bringing them together.